Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. It's great to be here. What a beautiful day. Dead Sea in Jordan. I want to express my gratitude for the organizer of this event for inviting me to a wonderful event. I was asked, being a CEO and a founder of an AI company, a US AI company, to talk about some of the opportunities and challenges facing the AI opportunity in the Middle East. So you all are in the IT AI's community. You understand the big numbers. I'm not going to highlight. AI is big. It's a huge market. These numbers, by the way, they only reflect the MENA region. But what I wanted to highlight is the investment that this region is doing in AI. For example, Saudi Arabia AI Hub, investing $100 billion to basically be a major hub globally and in the region. We also see that in the UAE, Group 42 and Mubadala basically formed a $100 billion fund to invest in infrastructure projects in the UAE. We see investment in Oman. We see investment in Qatar and Kuwait. It is really refreshing to see how this region is basically taking the lead in investing in technologies, applications, and infrastructure. Where the deployment of AI applications, you see it in the traditional sectors in the GCC country, obviously in energy, sustainability, power and grid, infrastructure, smart cities, and manufacturing. Those are the kind of industry that require deployment of mission-critical applications where you really need to be 100% accurate. Failure is not an option. So, what are some of the challenges? Well, let's talk about the opportunities. What we're seeing in the GCC country is a major initiatives to diversify from an oil and gas economy to a digital economy. If you look in the last 3 decades, let's look in 1984, 2004, and 2024. If you look at the top 10 global companies, they're completely different. In 2024, the top global companies, 9 out of the 10 are basically digital organizations. So it is no wonder that companies like Aramco, they're basically spinning off and investing in Aramco Digital. One day, Aramco Digital actually may be worth more than Aramco itself, one of the largest corporations in the world. We see that with ADNOC Digital, same thing with Qatar Energy. Significant investment in going to digital, significant investment investing in the infrastructure. I'm not going to talk about a lot of the challenges, but I want to focus on 2 key areas that are facing the MENA region that we need to address to basically become a major regional hub for AI globally. One is obviously talent. We do have a shortage of talent. I see a big embrace this region. The younger generation represents a significant portion of the population. We see basically embracing technologies. We see a lot of younger kids basically moving into data science and computer science. And it's a great trend, but we still do not have a critical mass in terms of deployment of AI projects here in the region. Second problem that we encounter I'm going to talk about specifically my experience as a US company, is access to data and the quality of data. We support a lot of projects in the energy sector. The data is very sensitive, similar to a lot of corporations. You basically cannot get access to that data, especially outside of the country. In fact, sometimes you really have to have your data science team at-prem inside Aramco or ADNOC to basically accomplish certain tasks. So this is driving a significant need to basically develop local talent, regional talent to basically support these projects. So I want to focus on, we've talked about data. We're seeing a trend in AI. AI has developed significantly in the last couple of decades. In fact, AI has been, AI was invented in 1956. It's been around for decades. But we really didn't see experience of AI, significant enhancement of AI just for the last couple of decades. And what we've noticed is a significant improvement in looking at large data sets to basically look at patterns and features to predict the future based on the past. And we have done a great job. The issue there, now we're moving into the next phase where we think AI is going to move into artificial general intelligence and artificial strong intelligence. And for that, we need to basically infuse symbolic reasoning and domain expertise. According to Gartner, 30% of L projects fail today because you don't have sufficient data. 42% of knowledge that is needed to translate the outcome of the data basically resides in human and domain experts. These domain experts, it's very difficult to scale when they retire. We need a way to capture that knowledge and scale that knowledge and that expertise. We're looking at sustainability at hydrogen. There are not a lot of hydrogen experts in the world today. We want to capture that knowledge and scale it so basically we can take advantage of that situation. Most data is silent, even within corporations. And also, 10% of data is only actionable. You need that domain expertise to increase that percentage. I see a significant opportunity in the coming years in basically transitioning from what we call the digital world to the physical world. In the digital world today, we see with the improvement of machine learning, generative AI, we're getting outstanding and great results. The problem is it's good enough for a lot of applications. So if you're doing an initial draft, first estimation, this is good enough. In the physical world, where you're running autonomous operation, mission-critical applications, to be 80 or 90% accurate is not good enough. It's not good enough. You need something else. You need to basically infuse domain knowledge. You need to be accurate all the time. You need that domain expertise. You need symbolic reasoning to infuse into that. And that's where we see the progression in AI to eventually get to ASI or AGI. And we're excited to be a player in that field. So what does that mean? Today, if you look at generative AI, we're doing a great job. But think about it. With generative AI, most of the data is coming out of the internet. The internet, you're getting a snapshot. You're getting static. You're getting an output. But you're not getting the thought or reasoning process that goes into producing that output. We need to infuse reasoning into AGI, into generative AI to make it effective. And what we're doing with hybrid AI or multimodal AI, we're integrating that symbolic reasoner, that reasoning layer with the LLM model so we can be accurate, we can be 100%, we can avoid hallucination. I want to give you a couple of examples. Hybrid AI application operating in the second largest refinery in North America called Whitening outside of Chicago, where data-driven approach is not sufficient. You need the domain expertise of the refinery operators and the engineers, and you see some of the results. 130,000 sensors involved, over $20 million savings. This is another application. If you look at the picture carefully, this is a picture of an F1 formula car, F2 formula car. Notice no driver. This is an autonomous racing car. It's a project sponsored by DARPA. You need to operate this vehicle in a racing environment at a speed of 300 kilometers per hour in a very hostile environment. A data-driven approach is not going to be sufficient. If you lose GPS signal, if you have to take basically actionable decisions to avoid collusion, this is where hybrid AI is playing a key role. So finally, I think it's a great opportunity what we're seeing in the region. The region is investing significantly in the infrastructure, in scaling up the talent, in developing applications, in creating innovative applications. We are running the largest industrial large language model called Aramco MetaBrain, the largest in the world. We're seeing some great initiatives, great innovation in this region. It's very exciting. I see a lot of younger people in the audience. I am envious. It is exciting where AI is going to progress and where it's going to take us. And I want to thank you.